Alright guys, I'm going to very quickly do a video. Now, you guys know I have the DJI Phantom 3 standard. I've noticed that the batteries for the standard, for all the DJIs, are pretty expensive. Not considering the price of the professional or the advanced, they're not that expensive, but for the standard, it just seems like over almost $150 for one battery for a $400, $500 device is just crazy to me. Okay, so I was trying to figure out a way to not have to pay $150 for one battery. Well, on Amazon, there are some batteries that I found that look and function just like the DJI batteries. Now, you guys may be saying, you're an idiot for using them, blah, blah, blah. Well, I paid $400 for my drone. 2 batteries cost $150, or one battery cost $150. To me, it's a no-brainer. That way, now I have 3 batteries that I can use, and I've still barely broken the cost of a brand new standard. So that was my reasoning. Now, these 2 batteries look pretty much exactly the same. Everything about them is the same except for on this side of the battery where the writing is. One says it prints out Phantom 3 battery, and over here it says PH3 battery. Okay, that's really the only difference. Everything else is pretty much the same. The font on the batteries, the writing is just a little bit different, but for the most part they are exactly the same. Another difference that you will be able to see is when you hit the button, the light on the original one is a lot brighter than the light on the non-original one. We'll bring it closer so you can see. So here are the 2 batteries. This is the non-original, this is the original, this is a sticker that I put on here to tell the original away from the non-original ones. Now I'm going to hit this button. I'm going to hit it at the exact same time, and you're going to be able to see the difference in the lights, the brightness of the LEDs. So you can tell the difference. The lights go off and on at the same time, but the brightness is where you can tell the difference. So I have not had any trouble out of the generic battery, none at all. I've had it for 2 or 3 months, and the one problem, the one place where everyone says that there's going to be a problem is when you do a firmware update. Well, I did a firmware update, took the non-DJI battery outside, flew the drone around, pretty much killed one of the batteries. I drained it, didn't kill it, but I drained it, flying it around at not very high distances, because if something was going to happen I wanted it to be at pretty low distance, but there was no problems with it. So far I have had no problems out of the generic versus the original DJI batteries. Now, if I had the professional or the advanced drone, I would not use anything but a DJI battery. I would not. If I'm going to pay $1,200, $1,000 to $1,200 for something, I'm going to have the proper equipment, because I'm not going to lose a $1,000 to $1,200 piece of equipment. That's just not going to happen. So for the standard users, I would suggest picking up a battery or 2 of these. That's just my opinion. I feel like for the price of what I paid for my drone, the generic battery does just as good as the original DJI battery. The price difference is just too large for me to warrant paying $150 for one battery, and I have 2 of these. So in my opinion, if you have the standard, if you want to take that chance, I will put a link to the batteries that I bought. I did buy a single battery, and when I got it, it had several records in the battery, and I did not like what it said. There were a couple broken cells, but it seems like every single battery, even the originals, when they come in, they've got one charge. Now, the 2 batteries that I got recently that I'm putting a link for, those had one charge on them, which means they were initially charged up, and that was it. The other one, the single one I bought, had 4 charges. I sent it back immediately. I just decided I was not going to take that chance. So if you get a battery and it has more than 1 charge, that should be your first indication there might be a problem with it. So these 2 that I got, the other one's in the drone right now, but I got 2 of these. They both only had 1 charge on them. So I kept them, decided I'd give them a chance, and I've not had any trouble out of my drone or out of these batteries. They hold charge just as long as the original. They seem to be just as good as the original. So you guys can form your own opinion if you have the standard and you do not want to spend that large amount of money on just 1 battery. Like I said, I got 2 of these for the price of 1 of the originals. So it was about $140 for 2 of these. Whereas if you buy 1 original, that's about how much an original is going to be. Totally up to you whether you want to take that chance or not. For me, the pros outweighed the con. I just could not see, for something I spent $400 on, I could not see spending almost $150 once you pay tax on a battery for it when I paid $400 for it. That's my opinion. That's my thinking, my opinion. You guys may have different opinions. You may not want to use a generic battery, but I honestly I have had no problems out of these batteries. So I'm going to continue to use them. If for whatever reason in the next month or 2 before my return time is up, if I have any trouble, I would make sure that I put another video up. But so far so good. After 2 months, I think I've had them 2 months. After 2 months, I have not had any trouble out of these batteries. So you guys form your own opinion. That is my opinion on the generic DJI Phantom batteries. So thank you guys for watching. I really appreciate it. Subscribe if you have not already. Thanks for watching.